Around Weißensee, an introduction to the lakeside. Enter your path at Albertinstraße and walk down the stairs into the park. The view to the lake will be covered by trees depending on the season. To your left is the Milchkännchen Café, but before having a coffee there, turn right for a walk around the lake, counterclockwise. Your surrounding quickly changes from former GDR gardening into a wide open space peppered with big old trees. A hint that the park must have been created a long time ago, and indeed, in the beginning of the 20th century, it was an area for relaxation and enjoyment with the Weißensee Castle and its world-famous restaurant. Go further until you see a terraced garden with benches appearing on the right side. Take a seat on one of those benches. Have a look around. Do you notice a lot of old people going for a walk? You might happen to sit next to one of them. They might tell you how it has been here years ago, even before the wall came down. Maybe someone would tell you that in former GDR times, flower bed and lawn had a fence around them, so they were inaccessible to the public. The green grass was a mere visual pleasure, with a fence sparing it from the physical experience to lay down and look into the sky. An old woman might tell you how she lost her dog playing on the lawn when she was a young girl, and that she had to flirt herself out of the confrontation with the park security, so that she wouldn't have to pay the fine of 20 mark. Get up and keep walking slowly. Look down on your shoes. Which ones did you choose today? Oops! Look up again before you pass the little white hut leftwards. It's a boat hire, a good opportunity to change your perspective and to escape the stream of strollers. 20 meters behind the hut will be the first open view on the lake, exactly where the terraces of the castle restaurant used to be. Imagine 1914. You sit there in your Sunday suit, pondering on issues that would later turn out to be events leading to World War I. Your panorama is composed of Milchkännchen Café on the left and Weißensee Bad on the right. The fountain keeps your eyes on the surface of the water. You go up the little hill, still following the path around the lake. The noisy Berliner Allee with a tram follows you until your attention is caught by the small buildings of Weißensee Bad. Enter the bad. Nowadays, you don't have to pay entrance fee anymore. You should probably have your coffee here. Take a seat and listen to the locals. Do you recognize the Berlin accent? Berliners are an endangered species, with their own language. It is supposed to sound rude and a bit vulgar, but in fact, it is simply a much cooler way of expressing yourself than other Germans do. You might also realize that the average age at Weißensee Bad is much younger than earlier in the park. Finally, after a long period of time, families with children live in the neighborhood again. Young people used to leave the Weißensee area after the wall came down, heading towards West Germany, or at least to a more center district. Food, drinks and furniture at the bath are kept simple. Only the palm trees and the plastic buckets and the recently acquired sand refer to the visitor's longing for an exotic life. Your eyes go back to the lake. Still, the Milchkännchen at 12 o'clock, the fountain at 1 o'clock, and a graffiti-covered wall at 1:30. Does the music in the background have a beat? It is time to continue your journey. Before you leave, have a look at the old pictures and postcards of the pool house. Have a closer look at the photo of the 2 times Olympic winner Georg Zacharias, who was part of the Weißensee Swim Club in 1904. Copy his posture. You need to lift your shoulders and make your back look big, but still keep a relaxed smile on your face. Back outside, right across the bath, is a sundial. The flower beds around show the remains of a former rose garden. They are covered in dandelion. There's no need to show order of a political system through landscape gardening anymore. Ask the next local you meet. Surely they tell you that the mess is a shame. Continue your walk. You might see some Atzen sitting on the lakeside. This is not an endangered species, but still very interesting to observe. Atze is not just a name, but refers to young men from the suburbs or even countryside near Berlin. They do not look like the hip young people from downtown. In fact, they have their own style, which is not changing much through time. I can't give you a direct description here, but look out for their fighting dogs. By now, you reach the game reserve with 2 sad-looking deers. This attraction has been here for a long time. They even used to have a stag that roar in late autumn. Sounds of longing. Eating, sleeping, being watched? Try to sympathize with one of those deers. You're too busy observing and won't get into the state of a deer's mind. Right across the path is a viewing platform, flanked by 2 sculptures of a mermaid and Neptune, who are welcoming the passing people. Stand in between them to overview the lake. An inscription on one of the sculptures says they have been here since 1912. For 101 years, they have been turning their heads away from the romantic view of the lake. Behind their backs, the lakeside has been changing throughout history, where the Berlin's political events have left their mark. Just a few more steps and we arrive at your destination, the Milchkännchen Café. Your walk around Weißensee has come to an end.